Do we want to watch shit about fat people and make fun of fat people, bro? Do we want to make fun of fat people, bro? Lord Kev. Who the fuck is Tate McCrae? I think we're gonna watch shit about fat people, bro. The worst parents on my 600-pound life.
From pulling their children out of...
We about to watch the worst parents on my 600-pound life. And since I'm almost done with this coconut water, I might as well go ahead and give me some motherfucking tequila after this. I have to. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the motherfucking reaction.
Full time, to making their grandchildren clean up after them.
God damn! Oh my god, bruh. Lily, imagine living with this much fat, and bruh, I bet you that's the dad. I'm sure that's the wife. Look at the kid. The kid is skinny as fuck. That's a average sized kid right there, bruh. It went from that to this. Like, how do you get like this? I don't understand that. That makes absolutely no sense, bruh. God, I can't, bruh. I can't,
These
bro.
are by far and away the worst parents ever to feature on my 600-pound life. Starting
Jesus Christ.
Show is Kirsten, a 38-year-old weighing in at 612 pounds. Kirsten had a rough childhood. After being assaulted in high school, she began to take drugs and not look after herself at all. Addicted to these drugs, Kirsten would often live in with her deals and...
But what drugs you take? Because usually if you're taking them hard drugs, them motherfuckers make you skinny. So obviously she's taking them drugs that made her eat more. So she's probably smoking weed. I don't know. I don't know any other type of drug that makes you want to eat more. Not Ozempic. I highly doubt they had Ozempic back then. Whenever this shit happened. But yeah, I know that crack makes you skinny. Meth makes you skinny. Heroin makes you skinny. Like any type of opiates. Is the benzines? I forgot what they call it. Do those make you any type of skinny or something? Isn't it? I forgot what it is. It starts with a B though.
And trade her body for drugs. As a result, she became pregnant with her first child and never knew who the real father was. She became...
So bitch, you just fucking? See, that's the problem. Niggas will fuck anything.
Deeply unhappy at her circumstances and started to...
Probably a crackhead. You probably got a crackhead baby.
She also used eating as a way to make herself undesirable, hoping that it would keep people away from her.
And I kept eating, and maybe I ate. I was hoping to just keep people away from me. I don't know.
By the time Kirsten was in her
why'd you just become a fucking recluse then? Stay in the house.
Living the same lifestyle, Kirsten fell pregnant with her second child, and due to her weight, Kirsten realized that she couldn't look after both of her children properly.
Everything was really out of control for me.
So you try to get fat to keep people away from you, yet you got pregnant again. I wonder if you know the daddy. Probably not.
My kids what I knew that they deserved or needed, so I let my mom and dad take them because I couldn't take care of them anymore.
Knowing she was
she probably had a Hispanic baby daddy. That daughter was Hispanic.
If you hate constantly being sworn by ads,
right.
You need to download Pie.
It's very ironic that you talking about being sworn by ads, but you're an ad. Talking about being hated being sworn by ads. Fuck you.
The children have been living with their grandparents for over 10 years. For those 10 years, Kirsten has been suffering with her addiction to drugs and food, gaining to the point where she was unaware of how heavy she'd become. On the show, her children Nico and Lexi reflect on their living situation with their grandparents.
Yeah, she got some ethnic in her.
My parents have been
She got some ethnic in her. The baby looked kind of Chinese.
I didn't really get to see my mom that much because she was doing like drugs and stuff, and she didn't want me to be around that.
She knew it'd be probably best for me and Nico to stay here with our grandparents.
Attempting to get her life back under control.
She's smart for that. A good mom for that.
After being clean for 6 months, sharing a room with her son, Nico. Getting clean wasn't the only reason why Kirsten moved back in with her parents. As she gained so much weight, she was no longer able to look after herself, requiring her parents to help her with baby.
I ain't gonna cap. Cause my parents, y'all saw my mom. Well, y'all didn't see my mom, y'all saw my dad. He's a skinny dude. Naturally skinny. He's got a belly on him now, but guess what? He still is decently skinny. His arms he ain't got no rolls or anything. He got some muscle. He just don't work on his abs. That's it. He likes to drink. I mean, like father, like son. While I'm talking, I should be pouring me up another thing. But here's the thing, though. This is what I'm trying to say. If my dad was like 300, 400, 500, 600 pounds, I would not be able to eat around him because the sight of him eating and just how he looks out as he's eating as a fat ass human being, it would make me nauseous, make me want to hurl. Like it would, I wouldn't enjoy food as much. I wouldn't enjoy his food as much as I do right now. I would not, and I'm being honest. The sight of that would make me want to, like I said, hurl. It would not. I was like, I can't eat food around this nigga because you make it look so unappealing. I swear to God.
Basic tasks like showering and cleaning.
All right, you make me a drink.
Even needs her mother to help wipe after using the toilet.
My family does everything for me in everyday life, everything. My mom gets my food ready. She washes my clothes. And at times she has to help me wipe my butt.
Oh my
Good.
Sharing the same room as Nykel, her young son is clearly uncomfortable with the arrangement, as her
Hell
size
yeah.
means that her double bed takes up most of the space in the room. Nykel also complains at the amount of food that she sneaks, always making the excuse that this is her cheat day. Kirsten also makes
Every day is a
secret
motherfucking cheat day.
without her parents' knowledge, even bribing Nykel when he tries to refuse. This obviously creates an unhealthy relationship between the pair, as
Very
Nykel is
unhealthy.
desperate for attention and affection from his mother, which he has spent the last 10 years without, so he agrees to indulge her dangerous eating habits just to please her. Nykel is concerned for his mother as she becomes increasingly more immobile, relying on him to complete more and more tasks for her, worrying that one day she will just stop getting out of bed. Viewers of the show also feel deep sympathy for Nykel, with one Reddit
Hell
user
yeah.
commenting, "I feel awful for her son and I hope that he's doing well now. She was an absent parent to him, and then..."
And you know what's crazy too? Is that looking at that, I'm sure that he's like, bro, I would never want to be like that. And so that's a great motivation to get into the gym. Great motivation to get in the gym, to eat right, to live a healthy lifestyle. And that, like, because she's getting into, I forgot what it's called, one of the 7 deadly sins, gluttony. That's straight gluttonous. And so he'd probably be more on, he would definitely be more on a healthy side, and most likely would try to distance himself from that because he understands that that's not good. And how is it, as a kid, you're saying, oh, today's your cheat day, every day's your cheat day, and you trying to get me to do stuff you know you're not supposed to have, get you stuff you're not supposed to have, and yada yada yada. And that's a great way for him to cut you off as soon as he like is able to.
Expected to drop everything.
And so I hope he's doing good.
He was 13
I really do.
and deserved the opportunity to be a kid. It's shocking to see that after neglecting Nykel for 10 years, she expects him to look after her every need. The
Which is
moment that she
crazy.
decides to come back into his life. Just like Kirsten, 673-pound Pauline expects her son to completely take care of her, twisting their relationship as mother and son as he assumes the role of the parent in this case.
Yeah,
One
that's
of the
crazy.
most infuriating aspects of Pauline, like many other parents on our list, is their awareness of how damaging their overeating is to their children.
I am very aware of the damage I am doing to my son through overeating.
And yet you still do it.
Years have probably been pretty miserable for him.
And yet you still do it.
Can't wait for the day that I don't have to help her every day.
See?
Please don't let me wreck. Oh God.
Pauline knows that she's harming
Please
her
don't
son,
let me wreck.
but
Oh.
seemingly doesn't care enough to change it.
Exactly.
Pauline's teenage son looks after Pauline in every aspect of life. He takes care of the groceries, where Pauline orders him around, demanding he selects the biggest items he can possibly find, as well as running the household by himself.
'Cause I'ma tell y'all something, bruh.
His biggest dream is the day when he does.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. First off, nothing but a peaceful and positive week for you guys. I love y'all. I'm not about to get off, but it's just a toast. You know, we toast for every first drink. Peace and positive week towards y'all. And be on your shit. Stay motivated. Do whatever you need to do. And just be happy. Enjoy life. Enjoy the simple things. Go call your parents. Tell them you love them. Your siblings. Tell them you love them. If you got beef with them, for like 5 seconds, say you love them, and then back to the beef. That's what I'm gonna do with Bruce. But I appreciate y'all for being with me on the stream. Excuse me. But yeah, so this is about to say. I was having to talk to my mom last night. and it's got deep, so I'm not gonna get into it. But this has to go with this. But one of the things I told her, I was like, Mom, you're saying you'll do better. You know, you're apologizing. I accept your apology. But guess what? How am I going to know that you mean what you say if you're not putting no action to it? I'm going to accept it. But until you change what you're saying sorry for and you actually do what you need to do and get yourself together, I don't believe you. You got to show me. Words don't mean anything. You got to put action behind it to help strengthen that. And so when she says she's so apologetic about how she's making her son do everything, but she's not changing it, that's bullshit. And I'm glad that me and my parents have this type of relationship where we're all comfortable enough to speak that way. It wasn't no disrespect or anything. It's me telling her how it is, because I feel like I owe it to her to be real with her. I'm not gonna be fake. I do that to everybody who's in my circle. That's why I'm very close knit with my circle, because I will tell the truth. It could be harsh. It could be cold. It's that medicine that nobody likes, but it's gonna make you better. So honestly, that's very disingenuous. I don't do disingenuous. And her saying sorry, yeah, she's saying sorry because she has to, but if she was really sorry, she would change her ways.
Doesn't have to look after his mother anymore. He can't move out and start a
Like,
life of his
bruh.
own because his mother needs him to stay and look after her. And it makes you think, what kind of dream is that for a young man to have? Pauline
Exactly.
is completely aware of this, knowing that she could potentially ruin his life. Starting
Exactly.
the show for a second chance at life also gives Dylan the opportunity to start his. Unlike Kirsten's young children, Dylan has more responsibility over Pauline.
Like,
as he
Jesus
drives her
Christ.
across the
That's a
country
whole,
to
bruh. He's in a fucking minivan or Suburban or whatever, and she's got a whole fucking sofa in that bitch. Jesus Christ.
all of her appointments with Dr. Now. When Dylan is asked why he buys such unhealthy foods, Pauline explains that she abuses her position as his mother and forces him to buy whatever she wants.
Chips, ice cream. The next question is, who buys those?
I'll send my son, but I know what you're gonna say, and it's really not his fault. He's probably considered an enabler, but I abuse my position as his mother, and I tell him, go get my food, and I force him to do it.
You know,
And one of the best things too, because he's probably a teenager, so he's not able to do that. But one of the best things for me is I'm very stubborn, and I'm not an enabler for my mom or my dad. And so I'm gonna call them out on their shit, and if they ask me for something that I'm just not gonna do, I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. They'll go to somebody else, or either go to somebody else, or they got to realize why I'm not doing it. And they just gonna take no for an answer. I'm not an enabler for a bad habit. Hell no, I'm not going to get you nothing. You say you're gonna do this, you better stay on it. And I'll do that shit for my sister, and my brother too.
solution is not to
I'm strict,
Right.
Okay, so
but only out of love. Jesus.
Ready, 3, 2, 1, action!
Who wants to go skydiving? I would love to go skydiving.
you already know the solution, you already know the answer, you already know the problem, but you have no control over it.
And it really makes you wonder what kind of person would admit they're abusing their own children,
Yeah.
knowing that it's wrong, and do nothing about it. A month
At least
into
she's
the program,
accountable.
Dylan is responsible for preparing Pauline's no-carb meals in line with Dr. Now's plan. At her second appointment though, Pauline hasn't lost any weight, instead gaining 4 pounds.
Jesus.
Pauline expects so much from Dylan when he is still really just a child. Whenever he's on camera,
And it's crazy that he's that big too.
with Pauline essentially robbing him of a childhood, enslaving him as a carer, and it seems like Dylan
Like,
has
bruh,
just accepted.
Here's the thing. It's crazy that he's that big. Like, look at how she gets out the car. Like, bro, her bones should not be able to take all that weight. I know her bones are aching, but look at how big he is at his age. He should not be that size. Like, but I can understand why. Because I'm sure it's very stressful that all the things he's doing. So he's stress eating bad food. And that bad food, that stress eating and overeating, that's giving him his weight. And he probably don't have no time to go to the gym. Or, he probably not going to do no at-home workouts. He could, but I'm sure he's not going to do that and change his diet. Because he's too busy worried about and helping his mom.
This. One Reddit commenter said he was raised by a mother who, by her own admission, feels that the roles are reversed. I totally feel like he's the parent and I'm the kid, and all he has ever known is a mother who has weighed at least 500, and then 600, and then 700 pounds. I really do feel like I'm a burden. Pauline's stubborn attitude and victim mentality is all too common with my 600-pound life stars, just like Nykel. Nykel is one of the most viral stars from the show, with dramatic outbursts and tantrums that probably everyone has seen before. Between Nykel and her partner,
And one of the things I don't understand is how people can sit down and watch this. Like, I'm watching this for content like that, but people actually sit down and watch my 600-pound life. And they skinny people, or people who like kind of take care of themselves. They sit down and watch this shit. There's a reason that it has so many seasons. Like, they need to start promoting like the Biggest Loser. That's the one where they had fat people and they would compete to lose weight for money. And whoever loses the most weight at the end of the season, they get the money. And they, you know, they're healthy and get on a healthier lifestyle. They need to start bringing that back and promoting that shit, not this gluttonous shit. Like, this is exactly like those fucking the mukbang videos. Remember we watched those mukbang videos, bro? Well, about the mukbang videos. We watched a video about the mukbang
from
videos.
earlier, Nykel's parents look after her young children as she's become too
Look at
obese
this.
to look after them, or even
Like, how you, like, imagine hearing that, and y'all just heard it too. Being too obese to watch your own kids. Too obese. See, when I have my kids, that's why I make sure I'm in the gym and I'm staying healthy and shit like that, right? And yes, I be vaping, smoking cigars, and drinking and shit like that. But I be balancing that shit out with having a gallon of water, drinking the coconut water. I'm gonna show you what else I got. My sister put me onto this too. Eating my chicken and rice and everything. But my sister put me onto these drinks. Shout out to Naija. These Suja organic drinks. Got them from Kroger. These Suja organic drinks. And this is berry lemons for gut health. It's got probiotic, prebiotic, fiber, lemon, and tart cherry, and this immunity. The carrot, mango, vitamin C, probiotics, ginger, turmeric. But I get these little drinks just because I know the shit that I'm doing. You know, when I drink and shit like that, that's kind of tearing my body down. But I'm gonna counteract it by being healthy. I'm gonna balance that. You gotta have yin and yang. If you do too much of one, it's gonna overtake, and your body will show, and it'll fuck your body up.
Social services, having threatened to remove her children from her due to neglect. Nykel's parents look after the children, but only so they don't get placed in
I don't know you,
Nykel's
bro.
mother is frustrated at having to look after toddlers at her age and resents Nykel for not taking responsibility in losing the weight and stepping up as a parent. In a hard-to-watch scene, Nykel shouts to her 2-year-old, who is unaccompanied while having a bath as he is playing with the hot water tap. As Nykel weighs over 600 pounds, she can't fit through the reach her child.
Jaden, please, can you shut the water off and come with mommy? Jaden, please come on. I can't fit in the bathroom door.
And whose fault is that, bro? That's crazy. Imagine being so big you can't fit through
the bathroom door, Mom.
Alright, I'll get him.
Jesus.
I can't take care of my kids, but there's nothing I could do about it right now.
Shouting for her mother to help, Nykel's mother is also frustrated because she can't cope having to look after 2 babies on her own.
And she raised her.
In any capacity. With 2 parent figures who can't give the children the full attention they deserve, it's incredibly upsetting to watch.
Hell yeah, it is. This is like, but honestly, this is very sad. This is very, very sad.
Thinking their grandma is.
And it hurts me that my kids think their grandmother is their mom, and that I'm not even a parent.
Well, look, you can't even parent.
I said to my son, "Do you love mama?" And he looked over at my mom and smiled. And it made me feel like he was calling her mom. And that's very hurtful.
In another viral scene from
But guess what? You gotta take accountability. Why do you think that he associates mama with grandma? Because she's the only one taking care of him, feeding him, bathing him, probably reading bedtime stories, putting him to sleep, waking him up. Like, she's doing the motherly stuff. And so, and you can't even fit through a doorway. And really, that should, you hearing that should motivate you to lose weight, not gain more weight by eating stuff you're pain away with food. That's the biggest thing. Like when you have that, when you have kids, that should motivate you to do way better. That's why I'm waiting to have my kids, because I'm thinking about my kids right now, and I don't even have them, but I know I don't want them to be in. I don't want to bring them into this world where I'm at a position right now to where I'm just getting my shit together. As in, just got my place and shit like that, still stack it up and everything. Like I want to be semi financially stable and have enough time to where I have that financial freedom where I can be there for their games, take care of them, help their mom out with doing what needs to be done, and help her out, stuff like that. Not have to depend on anybody else. And yes, I have my, my both sides of my parents, stuff like that, and I got my grandparents, shit like that, and then my sister and my brother. But still, that's gonna be a option for when like me and the mom, we either need a break, or we need to take a date night or something like that, or every once in a while.
Nicole and her family stay at the hotel while visiting Dr. Now, where she realizes that the bed is on wheels. As Nicole can't get on top of the bed due to it rolling away beneath her,
Look, that kid got scared.
A heated argument, shouting at each other in front of their young children who are playing on the bed. Nicole's attitude is disgusting as she insults Charlie and swears at him in front of the children.
So, when they said it was upstairs, idiot, I can't get on it, Charlie. Why can't you? I'm holding the bed. Just give me the chair over there.
Tensions rise as Nicole launches an attack on her entire family, furious that she can't get on the bed.
It's your fault.
Family bastards, screaming and shouting.
And she's just projecting too.
Start crying. Nicole is selfish through and through, choosing food over her children and making no effort to change.
Exactly.
It's unsettling to think of the children's future, as even their grandmother isn't overly happy about having to look after them. Another 600-pound lifestyle with a toddler is Ashley D, weighing in at over 700 pounds. Her size has made her almost immobile, able to walk only a 20-meter distance at a time. The only task that Ashley can do is wash and relieve herself, but struggles with anything else. At the start of her episode, alarm bells start ringing as Ashley's apartment is not just untidy, but filthy. She clearly is unable to keep on top of the chores that people of a normal size just find easy to do. One of Ashley's biggest fears is that when she becomes immobile, she will need someone to take care of her. It's frustrating to see.
You damn near already need somebody to take care of you.
Absolutely nothing to take control of the situation. It's also completely ironic, considering she already does have someone taking care of her, her 5-year-old son, Patrick. Everything that involves standing and walking around, Ashley relies on Patrick to do, which is every household chore.
He's my legs and a lot of things.
And which no kid needs to be in that position, especially as a 5-year-old. The 5-year-old should be doing what 5-year-olds do, playing with toys and stuff like that, watching some TV, getting ready for school, or doing schoolwork. Not taking care of your grown, fat mom. Where's your boyfriend at? Where's your husband at? You won't have one because of how fat you are. And where's the baby daddy at? Either at work or just don't want to have anything to do with you. And it's all your fault. You control what you put in your mouth. You control whether you go to the gym or don't go to the gym. All this is within your control. And you just decided to go with gluttony.
Everything that involves standing and walking around a lot.
Like, imagine not being able to walk 20 feet.
Go get the blue bucket from Mama.
Well, walking 20 feet and then stopping.
Real quick. He has to help me with just about every household chore.
Watching this 5-year-old struggle to fill the washing machine with laundry is incredibly upsetting, as it's something
it is very upsetting.
A child should have to worry about. Learning to do household chores is something that everyone learns, but not until you're at least able to reach the machine.
Like, that's actually crazy. He has to climb, bruh. He literally had to boost himself up, climb in there to pull those. I don't know if he's pulling the clothes out of the washer.
To mention too, that
he's pulling the clothes out the washer just to put them in the dryer. Like, nah. Now here's the thing. Me and all my siblings were taught at a young age how to do chores, but my mom was fully able to do them. But it's just she was teaching us how to keep our house clean, and she was just teaching us a good life lesson for when we are by ourselves. Not because she's lazy, somewhat. That's besides the point. Like, she's making him do that because she isn't able to do it.
Ashley wasn't classed as that her behavior towards Patrick would be considered abuse if it isn't already. One YouTuber commenter noted, "Watching that kid do laundry just broke my heart. I'm glad he's so smart and independent, but it shouldn't be taught this way.
Exactly.
I hope she is better now." It isn't just household chores.
Like, this is a
This
is a surefire way for a kid to grow up and resent their parent. Not even gonna lie, it's a surefire way for a kid to grow up and resent their parent. It really is. Obviously don't want that, but the parent is making it very easy for the kid to grow up and resent them, just because you can't control. You're succumbing to something that is fully within your control. When you could stop for the sake of your kid and for your health and for yourself, but you letting it win.
Also prepare all of Ashley's meals, which, as we know due to her size, are very calorie dense and very unhealthy. As Ashley's husband works away as a truck driver for 70 to 100 hours a week,
kudos to her having a husband, and kudos to him working. He's a truck driver, so he's making I already know he's making hella fucking bank. And for him, yeah, he's bigger, but he's on the road the whole time. Like, I've driven trucks, y'all know that, and with him working 70 to 100 hours a week, so that means he's definitely whipping from state to state. As in, like, he could be going from New York to California in a week, or going from Washington to fucking Wyoming, wherever they taking him, and he's making bank. But he's not able to help out around the house, and he's sitting all day, so he can only do quick meals. He can't really do anything. He can't really. I mean, it'll be a lot for him to eat a little bit healthier, which he can. He can do that, but he's not. He will really. I'm not even gonna make no excuses for him, but I can understand why he is big, because a lot of truck drivers are big. Outside of my uncle, my great uncle, he's not jacked, but he's healthy. Outside of his knee, but he's old. He's an old ass man. But he be driving trucks. He be doing what he need to do. Like, it's crazy.
He eats whatever Patrick is capable to make for her, which is a lot of cupboard snacks and microwave food. It's unfair to watch Patrick struggle this much, as Ashley has robbed him of his childhood, as their roles as parent and child have been completely reversed.
Yeah.
Genuinely, just writing this part of the YouTube video is really upsetting.
Yeah.
Because a 5-year-old doesn't deserve this kind of stress and responsibility, because his mother is so overweight, she can't help him at all. Just like Ashley's 700-pound Miller casts a shadow of fear and worry over her children, as they do literally everything for her. Growing up with an emotionally distant mother, the only affection Miller received from her mother was through food. If Miller or her siblings refused food from their mother, she would see this as rejection and resort to violence against the children.
I do sometimes blame myself for Miller being the way she is, but
sometimes, you should all the time.
That she ate that much.
As Miller was the oldest, she would eat her siblings' food that they couldn't finish to save them from being punished.
She never said it, she never hugged me or kissed me, but what she would do is feed us. Giving us food was the only way my mother knew to show her love.
That's sad, because that's another way that individuals get fat too, from that type of trauma. And having a mostly distant mother who only shows they love through food, and if they don't eat, then they get abused. And you got 2 other siblings, and you don't want that shit. That you'd rather go ahead and take those, either the lashes or take your body being built different or affected just so you can protect your siblings. Like, damn, that's tough. And ain't no telling what else they went through outside of, besides, the eating, if they got in trouble and other stuff. So that's also another thing as well.
If we didn't take that food, my mother.
But that's also like that, the stress eating. That's also why people should get therapy as well. Because that trauma will lead to a whole lot of different things. And a lot of people think trauma will just lead to alcohol dependency, drug dependency. No, it could also lead to food dependency. It could lead to a whole lot of stuff. Like,
we would get a whipping.
Food was the only love Miller received, so she just wanted more and more.
I kept gaining, and I just kept getting bigger. When I graduated high school, I was pushing 350. and they did not have a gown to fit me. I was so embarrassed.
Miller had her first child with her husband Elroy when she was just under 500 pounds. When the couple tried to conceive another, they found that Miller was too overweight to carry another child, so they ended up adopting. It's already insane to think that at 500 pounds and climbing, Miller thought it was a good idea to take on more children when she was already struggling to look after the one she had. By the time they adopted their last child, Miller was 38 with 5 children. At 40 years old, Miller started to develop lipedema, which is a chronic condition that causes abnormal fat and connective tissue to build up in the body, usually in the legs and hips. The lipedema, combined with Miller's obesity, meant that it became increasingly difficult to get up and do anything.
As it got bigger and bigger, it became this huge weight, and it just held me down. And one day it got so big, I couldn't get up anymore. So I have no idea how big I am.
Ultimately, Miller became bedbound, completely relying on her children to look after her every need. To make matters worse, Miller's husband Elroy started to have health issues too, which resulted in his reduced mobility as he relies on a wheelchair and walker to get around.
I have a lot of health issues going on myself. I'm in end-stage renal failure, and I have congestive heart failure. It's took a toll, so I need to take care of myself.
Miller's daughter takes care of most of the chores, especially the food shopping, and she seems somewhat resentful to the unhealthy requests her mother makes. She finds it frustrating that Miller doesn't sympathize with her, feeling sorry that because of her weight, her daughter has to take responsibility for feeding the family.
Here's the thing. How could she feel any type of remorse or feel any type of sorrow for her mom? You're putting her in an uncomfortable position of taking care of your kids that you had because of something you can control.
I do mostly all the grocery shopping now. Since my dad can't walk in stores. I don't usually see my friends grocery shop unless they're with their parents. They don't do it by themselves.
Miller's daughter is also slightly afraid of Miller, as if she doesn't get exactly what she wants, she will be punished.
You can get a 12-pack of the pink sodas. 2 12-packs will be fine. Ice cream bars, please.
Okay. We don't want to bring my mom some of the stuff that she asked us to bring her, but we have to. She'll be mad if we don't.
Beyond the household chores...
See, look. All I can say is if I was in their shoes, which I'm not in their shoes, but if I was, this is what I'd be thinking. Okay, how's she gonna punish? How's she gonna punish me? Because I don't know how old the daughter is and stuff like that. Obviously, I think she's old enough to drive. Actually, no, she's not old enough to drive because she was sitting in the back seat. Somebody was driving. But what can she really do? She's bedridden, can barely walk, can barely get up. She was slouched like this. I know her neck hurting. So what could she really do? Yell? Say I'm grounded? Even if she says I'm grounded, how so? You won't be able to whoop me if I didn't listen. Oh, no TV for a week, you gotta clean up the house. How would you know if I did it? You'd be bedridden. You couldn't do nothing. The only thing you could possibly do is crush me. And that's only if I got next to you. And I'm not getting next to you. You can't chase me if I run from you. Even you trying to get up, you're using an exert of energy that you've never had before. So you gassed. So what could you really do? So I think that she's probably being psychologically manipulative. This is what I could do. But really, you can't do it. And also, like, with that the parent-child relationship, that's what she also uses as her manipulation tactic, or as her force. But if she really thought about it, and she's still young. The daughter's still young. So she's not going to be able to think about it until she's, like, older. Ain't no telling how long ago this was. But if she really thought about, like, what really can she do? Nothing. Besides yell, scream, curse. But guess what? So you don't get your food. Or the food you want. You're just not going to eat, and then you're going to starve. Guess what? You starve, you start losing weight. Hey, that's what we wanted.
Miller's daughter feels guilty for her mother's weight, as she understands understands that she is the one buying and feeding her parents.
I do feel responsible for my mom's weight because she can't get up and get it. It's just hard to know what to do when she wants food because we feel bad for her because she's on the bed.
This is such an unfortunate burden for her daughter to bear, though.
Yeah.
She's simply doing what is being asked of her, yet has to take on the responsibility that her mother could die because of the food that she's feeding her. As mentioned before, Miller's children do absolutely everything to look after her, one of which being to clean their mother after she defecates in the bed.
Oh my God.
Okay, done.
I know it's horrible for them.
One important note on this
Oh my
subject is that
God.
if Miller weren't bedbound due to her obesity, her children taking care of her after she defecates would be classed as child abuse.
Hell
Ultimately,
yeah.
the responsibility and emotional burden that Miller places on her children because she can't stop eating is enormous.
Bring me plates and oranges out of the refrigerator.
So I'm trapped here and I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything unless it's in this bed. So most of everything around this house falls on my children.
In a similar situation is 705-pound Lisa Fleming, whose children and
Jesus.
grandchildren look after her around the clock.
I'm stuck in this bed and I'm helpless. I
Oh my
can't go
God.
anywhere. I can't walk.
After her father tragically passed away when she was young, Lisa spiraled out of control and turned to alcohol and food as a coping mechanism. Things only got worse for Lisa as her brother passed away not long after, which her mother
Don't look at me.
blamed her for. A few years later,
I still eat
Lisa
alright, and
lost her mother
you
to
see me, I'm not
In
fat.
my early 40s, I found out my mom had cancer. So I moved back home with my mom, and she passed away shortly after. Losing my mom, almost lost my mind. I started eating around the clock, and I picked up weight so fast. I was over 500 pounds.
Her story is tragic and deeply sad, explaining
It is very sad. It really is. But one thing I understand about myself is that I only like once, maybe twice a day, right? But if I'm like stressed or like if I am like maybe have like a little bit of anxiety or if I'm nervous, I don't want to eat. So I have more of a problem trying to eat than stopping myself from eating. And so I know I won't get fat. I have more of a problem maybe, getting skinny, getting too skinny, which obviously I'll go ahead and I'll eat when I need to eat because my body will tell me I need to eat. But yeah, that's all I got to say. That's all
why
I got.
Lisa turned to food to cope, as it was the only thing in her life that she felt she could control. Immobile and bedbound, Lisa's adult daughter and her young grandson are the primary caregivers in her life, living in the same house as her and watching her 24/7.
A month ago, I started feeling sick and my leg was really bothering me. I kept saying, my leg is hurting bad.
Jesus. Was
And
that like a
when
tumor?
Danielle pulled open the folds of my skin, she found little maggots on there. So now she has to check my leg every day.
Oh my God.
And I can't believe it got so.
Bruh, imagine being so fat you got fucking bugs in between the creases of your motherfucker. Oh, that's so disgusting. Ugh.
Not only is Lisa critically obese, but she's also one of the oldest stars on the show at 50 years old. This means that she also has a myriad of additional health complications related to her age and obviously her weight. Lisa's daughter has to bathe and clean her frequently, as her obesity-related skin infections need to be cleaned and disinfected. Her grandson also helps with his daily routine, an unsettling image as he has to clean his grandmother while she's completely undressed.
We all have to have.
That's traumatic as, bruh. I'm getting trauma just looking at this, and they blurring out the shit.
You got it? I got it.
Man, don't put my guy into that. Help yourself.
You don't even get a chance to be a kid.
That's your fault.
So busy catering to me.
That's, bruh. Those crocodile tears, bruh. Those crocodile tears, bruh. I feel bad for the kid. I don't feel bad for you. Because you did that to yourself. Like, when I see this shit and you can control this shit, I don't feel bad. You did that shit to yourself. I feel bad for your daughter. Feel bad for her grandson. Don't feel bad for you because you did that shit.
This just reeks of child abuse, as
Yes.
No child should have to see their parent or grandparent in this disturbing way. One YouTube
Exactly,
commenter
bro.
wrote, "It's extremely sad that the
Hey, now he's about to
kids are
FaceTime.
subjected to this. This is just generational trauma developing before our eyes."
Now he's about to
Although
FaceTime.
Lisa's daughter Danielle is an adult, capable of making her own decisions, she is still a victim of her mother, as she herself struggles with her own weight, falling into the same bad habits as her mother. One YouTube comment said, "Her daughter is set and ready to be in a similar position as her mother. The mother needs someone to motivate her to lose weight, and it certainly isn't the daughter." After failing to lose any weight over the course of her treatment, Danielle is disappointed in Lisa for letting her down, reflecting on the years of support she offered her mother with nothing in return.
I'm not gonna get the surgery I came here for. Doctor now is done with me.
So what are your plans going forward?
Well, I had just planned on just giving up, Danielle.
Why?
I'm just not getting nothing accomplished.
So you gonna give up because you're not getting anything accomplished, and your doctor already saw that, and that's why he's not doing anything to help you out, because he gave you the steps, he told you the stuff you need to do, and it's all within you. But you're gonna give up because you're not doing the work you're supposed to do to get your weight down and help out your family. What type of logical? What type of sense does that make? And I'm gonna tell you what type of sense that makes. None. It makes no type of sense.
And I feel like you the only one of my children who even care enough about me.
Does she got a tongue
You
ring?
can't expect nobody else to be a cheerleader for you.
Exactly.
You have to be your own cheerleader sometimes.
Exactly.
You need to do it for yourself.
Exactly.
I know.
And you don't need to be letting me down.
Exactly.
But I can't let myself down either.
Exactly.
We're gonna do this.
Unfortunately, just several months after her episode aired, Lisa tragically passed away after her body gave out. Another star who struggled to turn
R.I.P.
things around is 530-pound Penny, who is also known as one of the many stars who failed Dr. Now's weight loss program. Penny had an addiction to food from a young age, always being the heaviest person in her class, and even having to wear plus-size adult clothes as a child.
And I remember like fourth grade, I started having to wear plus sizes. I hated that really bad. Just gaining 20 pounds a year.
See, bro.
I ended up being close.
And I get mad, and this was like, maybe it was last week. I get mad when I'm out and about. It was right after the gym. Me, my sister, and the people we went to the gym with, we went to Tropical Smoothie to get us some smoothies just after a workout. I saw a parent who wasn't that big. She had some meat on her bones. She wasn't that big. She walked in with a skinny son and a fat daughter, and they're both children. But I get mad seeing that, because I'm like, how do you let your kid get that big and you are a proportionate size? That makes absolutely no sense. And me seeing this and seeing that, seeing this and seeing that, like at life, like in person. Guess what? When I have my kids, I think I've already told you, I'm not whooping my kids or anything. They getting fucking smoked. As in, they get physical punishment. As in, they gonna be doing push-ups, sit-ups, stuff like that. Walking up and down the steps, doing wall sits. And they gonna be in sports. Whether it's football, baseball, they want to be a dancer, soccer. If they want to do jiu-jitsu, karate, taekwondo, they're gonna be in some type of physical activity where it keeps their body right, and they're gonna be eating right and stuff like that. Because my kid's not gonna get like that, because I understand the health complications that comes with it. And so I don't understand how parents, they allow that shit to happen.
300 by the time I was 22 or so.
And here's the thing, even outside of the punishment stuff, me and my kids, we gonna work out together. Cause that's my thing. I can't wait until I have my kids and, Daddy, what are you doing today? We just gonna be doing back and biceps, or we're gonna be doing legs. I hate legs, but you gotta hit legs because that helps out your core and everything. That's one of the big piece you gotta do. You gotta do squats and stuff like that just to help it fuels your body and it helps your body stay proportionate. Oh, okay, cool. I can't wait. Or, hey, we about to go on a 1 to 3 mile run today. Really? Yeah, we gonna do that around the neighborhood. We're gonna go to the park. Daddy, what we doing today? Okay, we just gonna walk around the park, do a couple push-ups, stuff like that. Like, we gonna do that as a family. My wife gonna be out there too. We gonna be doing that as a family because health is wealth. I'm not gonna be having no fat ass kids here, especially if your dad's not fat, especially if your mom's not fat. My wife will not be fat. If we get happy with it, we get happy with it. But guess we're gonna work that shit off. I swear to God. Hold on, I just called. They said you better call on Tyrone. My fault.